Hey guys, welcome back to another Minecraft video. And in this video, I had a comment saying, please make how to build a treehouse. So that's what we're going to be doing today. As you can see, I'm actually standing on the tree. I'm going to make into the treehouse. And yeah, let's get into today's video. I hope you guys do enjoy. Be sure to smash that like button. If you guys do want to see more stuff like that, then subscribe. And yeah, let's get into the rest of today's video. Alright guys, so as you can see, we have our tree here. And the first thing we're going to need to be doing about it is, first I need to inform you guys. You're going to need this kind of tree. It's the only type of tree that's large enough. Or a jungle tree, but that will be a separate tutorial if you guys want me to make that. First, let's make the trunk a little bit larger by placing some wood just to increase the size of the trunk. A 4x4 trunk normally looks strong enough to actually support this tree. Now, you can keep that in your inventory because we're going to be building out of oak today. This is not one of my normal choices, but, well, it's something I'm going to be doing today. It's definitely not one of my normal choices, though. Anyway, you can go grab yourself some glass panes, ladders, and oak fences, and then you're going to need some cobblestone walls. So as you can see, I'm going to grab all this, and then of course, yeah, I know I just like having stacks. Anyway, though, as you can see, this is our tree, and our tree seems to have this like weird part right here. I don't know. Let's modify that a little bit. Let's make it a little bit more tree-ish. What do you think? So now that we have that, we're going to need to clear out some flat areas. First, the top. This is where the main house is going to be. Then, as you can see down here, there's just kind of this area. And then there's also another platform really over here. All we're going to be doing is just removing this and replacing all the leaves that do disappear if you have any that do disappear. Anyway, now that we have this, you can actually dig slightly into the tree, and this will make a very nice area to place stairs and other things like that. So the first thing you're going to want to do is mark out your frame. So as you can see, I'm going to destroy, and I'm going to mark out a little frame on here. Now, as you can see, I'm going to keep replacing these because they do start to disappear. You do start destroying the tree a little bit. And as you can see, I'm going to do that. Now, the way you can get trees in survival mode, leaves is shears, I believe. Game mode 0. Yep, shears give you actual leaves. And so that's pretty cool. You can use shears to get leaves so that you can create bigger, larger platforms that we can modify this tree a little bit and just make it look better, but that looks so unnatural. So you can just kind of modify this, just make it a bit more natural looking. As soon as I'm done modifying the tree, guys, I will be right back. Okay, guys, I finished modifying this tree. It looks a little bit different now. But now you can move on a little bit. So as you can see, I'm going to build up again right here. And also, I'm going to make kind of a strange house. But another thing you could do, which I'm going to show you, is you could kind of build it more this style, where you pretty much just use the tree itself. So as you can see, we have the tree itself, and you could do it more like this and then trying to design it, but then having a frame is kind of useless, so you would just get rid of it. But I am going to have a frame. I am going to use it kind of around the tree. Normally I would have this as a nicer looking frame, but this house should still look nice. Now, as you noticed, I only put down 3 posts. That's because the outside of here will be a porch, and we don't want anything on it right now. So now you have this done, you can mark out your perimeter with oak wood planks. Of course, I'm using oak, but you can use whatever you want. Now down in here, you don't want to modify this, except you may want to add stairs. If you go into the creative inventory and you can grab some stairs, personally, I'm going to go with oak again because that's just what we're building with today. And as you can see, that comes up. Now you are going to need to destroy these leaves and make a nicer floor, planks, or cobblestone, but tree houses are most commonly made out of wood, so I don't know about that where you live, but tree houses are most commonly made out of wood where I live, so I'm going to make a wood floor, And now you're going to notice some of the things disappear and it just looks a little bit strange. That's alright. Just fill it up and make it look as good as you can. You can leave some oak wood exposed, but personally I'm going to fill this up and make it look like only the top part of it is modified. Now in here you can place in these panes, and what I'm going to do to make these come out more is something a little bit strange to some people, which is actually just destroy this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this out to there. Then I'm going to recover it up with leaves and cover that up so that it looks like nothing ever happened. Of course, you are going to want to continue that in and also place down some oak wood, guys. Just make it look like it's part of the tree. Like, completely just part of the tree. Don't make it look like it's unnatural. That's one of my biggest tips for this. Just make it look like it's part of the tree. And as you can see, adding extra branches really helps with that. Now, inside of here, you are going to want it 3 blocks high, but I can show you how to do that in a minute. But as you can see here, now we have this. And so what you can do with this is destroy these, and you can just put that in. It shouldn't look that bad, and it's still pretty good looking, and it should work for our purposes, as you can see. Now, if we place in these, you can see this is kind of a big open area, and so what you can do is placing glass panes. These can be stained glass panes, but this is just a normal tree house. You don't need to go to extreme lengths, but it is a nice large window, as you can see. Anyway, though, I'm gonna set the time today. Okay, guys, so as you can see, now it does have a better look, but it's still not even close to done. You can remove this wall of leaves and replace it like that again. And here's the thing on this one is that I'm going to destroy that and just continue it up fully. There's nothing fancy going on in this wall. Now, over here, we can do a couple of fancy things. First of all, I'm going to add in a porch. So if you dig out a little bit, you can actually just add in a little tiny porch. And I'm going to do that and then place them here. Here's one of the coolest things. For a railing, instead of just doing that, I'm going to do a trick that you saw me do in a previous episode of how to build. And so, if you place a cobblestone wall and a cobblestone wall, then you should be able to take fence gates. I'm going to go with oak. Of course I'm going to go with oak. I'm doing everything with oak. And then, as you can see, this should play... No? Oh, okay. So, one sec, guys, I messed up. We need a larger porch. Because we're all rich, and we need larger porches in Minecraft. Anyway, though, so as you can see, I'm just going to kind of replace that and make sure it does not look unnatural. As you can see, this tree is still looking natural, except for the massive trunk, but minor. So, yeah, as you can see, it looks pretty nice. Now, of course, we did kind of block off our staircase, but that's okay. That's fine. We can just kind of replace these and do that sort of thing, because we can still go down and up. It's a little bit bumpy, but that is alright. Anyway, so guys, so back to this part of it. We should be able to continue this out 1 block, then do this, and then take these fence gates. Wow, I managed to mess that up. Anyway, though, that makes a cool design, and of course, you can stack fence or cobblestone on top. It really does not matter. Anyway, though, inside of here, it is looking pretty nice, but we still want to be able to get down, and we need to add a roof. So, let's go grab some slabs out of the creative inventory, and let's do that. So, as you can see, what I'm going to be doing with this is, first, create a layer of them going across here. As you can see, like that. Then, continue that layer across here, and place one up there. And by the way, guys, you can modify this a lot. I just want to show you some ideas on how it should look by the end. And you can completely destroy these ideas. I don't care. These are just some opinions that I think look very nice and that I think you guys might like as well. And as you can see, that is kind of awkward because it is like 2.5 blocks high. But anyway, you can just place in another cobblestone wall or whatever you're going to use. And then, right on top of that, just place it in. Continue it across and place that in, and that should make a very nice looking porch. As you can see, the house is already looking pretty nice. sitting on that tree. We will need to increase the size of the tree though, so let's do that now. As you can see, I'm going to just kind of continue this style of thing down. Just make another tree branch, and that will mean that you can make a larger tree. No, that's not what I wanted to do. But anyway, though, as you can see, I'm going to just do that. And you're probably thinking, but this looks so unbalanced. Well, if you wanted to, you could actually just add in another trunk. You could say this was 2 trees. But as you can see, it doesn't look that unbalanced. I mean, it sort of does, but it should be okay by the end product. Anyway, though, back to over here, so I stop rambling on about that. We can just go and do some of the things we've done in previous episodes, which are slab roofs, because they look really nice. As you can see, I'm just going to build up a little bit, and then we can add in the roof, as you can see here, and then place in these slabs to make it look good. Now, as you can see, that actually looks pretty nice, but we're not going to be done there. There's a lot more things that you can do to make this look even nicer. So first of all, this staircase is just going down to nothingness. Let's change that. As you can see here, leave the trunk in place because it is pretty nice. But as you can see, we can haul out the area around the trunk. That's completely fine. But as you can see, it creates kind of a cool effect, having your house just kind of legitimately in a tree. It's completely like just in a tree. In fact, some would say it's part of the tree. And as you can see, you can still see outside, but this is a nice area. You can use this. Now, I would recommend maybe continuing this up so that it's a little bit larger, and then putting the leaves back in. Now, people doing this in survival, you guys might have a hard time getting this many leaves and not destroying your entire tree. That is why I'm doing it in creative mode. But as you can see, it still looks pretty natural, decently, but we will improve on that after the actual house is done. Now it's starting to look unbalanced, so now if you wanted to, you could add in another trunk. This one doesn't have to be as large, but you could say, you know, it's just part of that, and that just makes it look much more balanced. You could add in another trunk over here, like that, and just say, hey, we got a lot of trees. It looks decent, but I would rather have it all on one tree, and I just like that design better, so I am going to keep this one in, but I'm going to just make it look like it's coming off of this tree, and it's just a big branch. So, as you can see, we're just going to do that, and it actually does look more balanced. We could do the same thing right here, and continue it off from a bit lower, then just make it a bit more thick. That just adds a better feel to it for some people who just don't want that look of, did you just push me, sheep? Did you just push me? Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you looking at me like that, sheep? No, get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Yeah, I was gonna slash kill sheep, except I forgot that doesn't work. Anyway, though, as you can see, that adds in a decent design, and it just makes the whole tree look a bit more balanced. Anyway, though, up here is where the main house is going to be. So first, you move all of these leaves. I know it's quite a lot of leaves to remove, and it may be hard for you guys to follow along, but feel free to pause and stop the video whenever you want. But anyway, now you can just do this. You can kind of wall in that little house area, whatever you want to call it, and you can... Oh, that game just lagged. Right then. Yeah, so we'll see you at the end of this lag spike. Oh, we're good. I didn't even have to add in a video cut there. Completely could have, but no. Anyway, though. So back to here, we have, of course, the outline of the house. Now, I'm not going to add in the frame quite yet, but as you can see, it does look a little bit strange, and that is because we need a little bit more leaves just to enlarge the tree. And I know most of this is modifying the tree and not that much building. But now, of course, if we remove this, you might want to place this inside of this house. Anyway, guys, sorry about that awkward video cut. Yeah. Anyway, though, as you can see, this is turning out to be a decent design of a house. So, as you can see, I am going to go inside of here and just add that block in on the inside and come back out. And then, of course, we can add in leaves I like the floor of leaves because that makes it so you can kind of see down. But now it does look a little bit awkward because that part is sitting on nothing. So let's just do this. Also, guys, the next video I will be posting on the channel will be of Bed Wars. Hit the like button if you guys want to see that. So, yeah, we're just going to kind of do this. And as you can see, that one's a little bit awkward, so we can just do that. And we get kind of a side view. You could destroy it and just do that. But anyway, now on to another part of this house, which is, of course, again, the slab roof. It just looks nicer than a normal roof. That's my opinion on it. But yeah, anyway, you can just kind of place in these slabs and make them continue up more. As you can see, I'm going to continue that up and do that. So now just place in another kind of line of this, and then actually at the very top we are going to be doing something a little bit different from what I normally do, because I normally do wood and stone, that type of house. But also, guys, if you guys want me to build any different types of houses, just comment it and I'll probably be able to build them. So as you can see up here, what we are going to do is have, where is it? The red stained glass, as you can see. Now here's the thing on this, is that you are going to need to place like this and like that to make it look a little bit more like a slab. The red stained glass looks like a slab. So then you're going to have to kind of make the roof a bit more slabby, if you can. I don't know. Anyway, though, that looks pretty nice. Also, for here, you could like add a little window shade or whatever. But now what you can do is you can place in this glass, and as you can see, it looks like a slab, and actually it looks pretty cool. But now to get up to your house, you can use stairs, ladders. I personally am going to use stairs because I think they're just a bit nicer. Okay, guys, so I know I said I was going to use stairs, but I never actually got around to using stairs, so I'm sorry if you thought I was going to use stairs and I ended up using a ladder. I hope that's okay with you guys, and yeah, we'll continue with the video. And as you can see, I'm just going to make that branch go around me, and now you can have a little ladder leading up into your house. You can just destroy that there. You can just make your ladder go right up into your house, all the way up here. You could make it a log. I really don't care. Anyway, though, as you can see, it comes all the way up into your larger house. And then, of course, we did make it so that you could, of course, make this a little bit differently. But anyway, you are going to want to actually keep this ladder and not that one, because then if you grab a trapdoor, use how to use trapdoors correctly, guys. So most people with ladders will place the trapdoor here, and it does work. I mean, you can go up it, and it works fine. But another trick you could have done was to actually put it on this. That gives you more ladder space, and if you just jump, you can still go up that ladder. Just a trick I learned. But anyway, for this, we can wall it off, except for a door, which you can add in there, so you can just kind of walk out onto your little porch. For lighting, I'm going to leave that up to you guys. That's completely your choice. And then over here, we can add glass panes. So as you can see, guys, I'm just going to place these in, and if you guys heard that rumble, yeah, I'm sorry about that. That's just some background noise. But anyway, up here is where you can add in some lighting, which is, I'm going to use sea lanterns. If you guys don't want to use this, you can use anything, glowstone, torch, whatever, but you can do that, and it should be very nice. Now, if you go back down here, you can, of course, have this big living area, and you can replace the floor with whatever you want. I would just suggest covering up with leaves. So I will be right back, guys, as soon as I finish furnishing and doing everything else to this house, and then I will give you a tour, like I always do in my videos, just to show you what I did if you want to copy me exactly. But I encourage you guys to do this out of your own imagination and use my ideas from this tutorial, but don't completely copy me. I encourage you guys to just use your imagination to come up with some designs. But as you can see, we have that. And so, yep, I'll be right back as soon as I'm done furnishing this entire house. Alright, guys, and I am back. So as you can see, there is our house up in front of it. And I wanted to show you this last detail because it might be kind of hard for you guys to get. And that is, if we grab some cobblestone out of the creative inventory here, you can get this in survival extremely easily as well. But as you can see, what I'm going to do is a pretty classic trick for me, which is using cobblestone to make a chimney and then using glass. So white stained glass, light gray, and then black. As you can see, this adds a very nice effect. So as you can see, I'm just going to kind of continue this out this way. And as you can see, it actually looks like smoke, and that is just really cool. I think that it looks so much like smoke in Minecraft because it doesn't actually exist in Minecraft. They should make it. But anyway, as you can see, that adds a good touch. And so let's give you a tour of the inside. As you can see, I'm just going to run up like this, go up through the trapdoor. And as you can see, we have a nice crafting table. We have this, and of course, we can walk out onto this tiny little floor. Maybe small, but this is more like a little porch where you can like shoot arrows through those little holes. It's more of a defense porch. Over here we have a working oven with a little oven door. I could do this all day. Okay, yeah, but anyway. Of course we have the chimney right there. We have of course our little porch which you can light up however you want. And yeah, that's pretty much all which is in this house. It is kind of a small, boring house, but it does look pretty decent from the outside. I modified the tree a little bit. Didn't notice, as you can see, it looks a little bit lopsided, but that is okay, guys. Tree houses in Minecraft never looked good because they just don't have that size tree, except in the next tutorial, I'm going to be building a treehouse on a jungle tree. That is going to be my next tutorial. Leave a comment in the comment section below if you do want to see me do that tutorial. It would probably be a lot of fun. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for today's tutorial. I hope you guys did enjoy the tutorial. Be sure to smash that like button, and I'll see you guys all in the next Minecraft video on the channel. Let's go!